Hello, everyone. Are we live? Let's just make sure that we're live. It's always interesting to, there we go. All right. Hello, everyone. As you guys come on, I'm just checking to make sure we're live because there's always this wonderful delay on Facebook. So let's see. I'm just going to check my phone, make sure that we are live. And let's see, are we live? Here we are. Yes, we are. How exciting. So happy Tuesday, everyone. How are you guys all doing? As you hop on, say hello or give me a hashtag live, hashtag replay if you're watching later on the replay. Welcome to the Maria Fontana Show. I am your host, Maria Fontana. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I get tons of questions about, and it is about client retention, like business, keeping clients, getting clients. People are always overwhelmed with the whole client acquisition thing and with social media and marketing happening. People, I just think now, entrepreneurs, small business owners are their heads blowing up, right? So I'm going to simplify this today and I'm going to give you some really key takeaways that will help you regardless of where you are in business. So just for some, you know, knowledge for those of you who don't know me well, am a 38-year entrepreneur, salon owner, hairstylist. I've owned over 11 brick and mortar businesses, including a cab company, beauty supply, tanning salon, beauty brand, salons, spas. And I have a consulting practice online. I'm a two-time best-selling author, and I do host the Maria Fontana Show podcast. So, all these things being said, I bring to you my acumen of being through wars while being in business, while getting divorced while being in business, while rebuilding my finances while being in business, while being through recessions and all kinds of gunk, all the ups and downs that come with being in business for 38 years. So, I'm sharing with you things that you can actually implement because right now, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear it, but it's a fact. We are in a recession economy, which means clients and people who are spending money with your business are retracting. There's a lot of fear. So there's inflation. Have you gone grocery shopping? I just went this morning and I was like, oh my God, it was insane because it cost me double and I really had to be mindful for what I was spending. So this is what I mean. No matter how much money you have or how wealthy you are, how great you're doing, these are the facts of what's happening today, right? As I'm recording this, these are factual things. So when people are in a recession, retraction mindset, they are going to hold back. It's going to take them longer to spend money. And I hear a lot of my mentors sharing this with me also. And it's so true. So I'm speaking to the brick and mortar business owner, the service-based business owner, the local business owners in the salon, wellness, spa business. But these things that I'm going to share with you, they really, are across the board for anyone who's in business. So these are tried and true facts that I'm going to share with you. So the first thing I want to talk about is how important it is to really pay attention to your business, right? As my business has changed and evolved, the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs in the past 3 decades, I personally had to evolve. So the first thing I want you to think about is, are you really being honest with yourself and assessing your business? Are you really being honest with yourself as to where you are in your business, as to the things you might need to change? Or are you running your business with blinders on, which a lot of us do because we're overwhelmed, we're putting out fires, we're in survival mode. I mean, being an entrepreneur is hard. And especially if you're in the salon or beauty or you're a creative entrepreneur, that's hard because you're also managing so many personalities and energies. I totally get it. So the first thing I want you to really think about is take a good, honest look at your business and what needs to change? What do you maybe need to evolve and update that you maybe haven't done recently? Or maybe something that you haven't changed that you've been meaning you have to change. And I've been guilty of this too, because complacency and comfort, we don't want to get out of our comfort zone. So I want you to analyze, like I did this the other day at one of my businesses. I went with a fine tooth comb, no pun intended, and I went through all my client lists and I'm like looking, I'm printing out reports, and I'm like, who has fallen off the radar? Why did this client vanish? Let me reach out. So this is the first thing. Be aware and start looking at your business and what do you need to do to pay attention to who are you losing? Who's not coming back? Why did this client not come back? And really putting your ego aside, which sometimes can be hard, but when things are going great and we're in abundance and there's a lot of cash flow, it's like one of my friends, Nikki Lee, said the other day on a seminar I watched of her. We're right now, it's like the housing market. We are not in a time where there's like such an overflow and we could just be careless, which I don't think you should ever be careless in business, but I really believe right now people are much more reserved. They're much more fearful. There's so much competition. People could choose a better deal, a better experience. Like they can go anywhere. So you, as the small business owner, have to be really, really intense with looking at what do I need to do better here? Where am I dropping the ball? Because sometimes when we're really busy and there's so many new clients coming in and there's so much business, we tend to get complacent because it's like there's just so much coming in. And then when you notice that things are slowing down, it's when that flow slows down that you're like, oh, wait a minute, I need more leads. But where you don't need more leads, folks, you need to retain the business that you already had. So that brings me to number two, client retention. In my 3 decades experience as a salon owner and small business owner, regardless if it's in my consulting practice or in my brick and mortar, it is client retention. Now, what does that mean? The lifetime value of the customer. A customer that you retain is so much more valuable and costs so much less than you constantly bringing in new leads. The marketing dollars, right? You need a lot of money for marketing to bring in new leads. And there's no guarantee they're going to stay or even like your service or your business. But the person who already knows you, they like you, they trust you, especially if you're a salon owner and they've been in your chair, in your business, and they've been happy, you have to do everything in your power to keep that client satisfied, to make sure you're not dropping the ball and becoming complacent. And one of the other things I see happening a lot is, and this is one of my secret sauces, I care more. While you're in business to make money, yes, it's a business, but you're also in business to care more. And when we care more, the clients love to stay longer. The clients love to spend more. And for any of my clients that are watching this live show today, either if you're a consulting client, if you're a hair client from one of the salons, if you're a client in any aspect, I want you to comment below and vouch and verify what the care more model means. It means reaching out to people, sending that text, sending that voice note. If suddenly they vanished and stopped coming, finding out why, leaving your ego at the door and saying, why haven't I seen so-and-so? I noticed she hasn't been in a while. She canceled her last appointment and never came back. Guys, we are guilty sometimes of dropping the ball. And people want to think, get pissed at me. I don't care if you get pissed. This is the truth. We drop the ball sometimes because a client is going through their own stuff in their own life. Maybe they're sick. Maybe their husband's sick. You don't know what's going on. So be mindful of paying attention and caring more, reaching out more. Now, I know what some of you are thinking right now, oh, Maria, that's so much work. I'm already so burnt out. I don't have time. But let me be crystal clear, especially in the times we're in right now. If you want to not only survive, but thrive in the next 2 to 3 years in business, especially in a service-based business as a salon owner, spa owner, aesthetics, medi spa, you have to focus on these things, which brings me to the next point, the client journey and experience. I'm going to give you a real quick story. I went to go have my hair blown out last week because it's something I love to do. Yes, do I just go to random salons? I absolutely do because I love that. And you know why I do that? Because it keeps me grounded in my own reflection of what we could do better and what I am doing that's better. So it keeps you grounded because you're experiencing other things. From the moment I tried to book an appointment online, it was a nightmare. So I went through a few different options. And I'll tell you, as a client, it made me really think, ooh, this is not easy to book online. I just want a blowout. It was not easy to get an appointment. It was confusing. Then when I called, of course, no one answered the phone. This was at like 3 different places locally, right? So what do you think happened? I got turned off in my client experience. Even though I looked them up and it looked great, step 2, after I found a place that was local, had good parking, all the things I would look for, and I could get a blowout last minute, right? All the other things made it where it wasn't a good experience. I finally stumbled upon someone that I know I had gone to before. And guess what? The client experience was lovely. From the second I clicked that button, I booked a blowout. I had options. I could get seen that day. It was easy to check out. It was easy when I got there. It was lovely when I walked in. I didn't feel like they were staring at me and like, oh, what are you doing here? From the whole experience, it made me enjoy myself. It made me want to go back. Now, I want to remind you, because I know as entrepreneurs and business owners, I know we're tired. I know you're busy. I know it's not easy right now, but you have to be mindful not to get disconnected from what really matters. Hey guys, I see you all coming on. Give me a hashtag, say watching live. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what resonates in this. And again, if you're a brick and mortar business owner or an online business owner, as long as you're an entrepreneur, these things are relevant. So the next point I want to talk about is that client journey. Don't just assume that people are just going to come to you. This is another conversation I had with someone else. And they said, oh, well, if they want their hair done, they'll find a way to get here. Wrong. There's too much competition today. There's too many options to choose from. If you walk around with an ego, and this is I'm referring to hair, but I don't give a damn what business you have. It's like that anywhere. If you forget that the client is so important, if you forget that experience, you're caring more, answering the phone more, being available. Now, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I am not saying do not have boundaries. I am not saying, don't have a set schedule. What I am saying is be more present and be more connected. Be more where you have more relationships with people, where you reach out and where you have a way for connectedness. You see, as times go on, and while I love automation, I love it. But where we need to be mindful as small business owners is that everyone's craving that human connection, especially if you are in a creative entrepreneurial position, a salon industry, the spa industry, wellness. These are things that are critical. And I've seen this before. Again, I've been through recession. I've been through many changes. This is going to make or break your business. It's the caring more about the client, making them really be heard, cared for, going above and beyond to make sure you're retaining them. Because I could tell you this is going to be the secret sauce for you to expand your business, to not only thrive, but to also really break all kinds of barriers in the next 3 years, because a lot of businesses that aren't going to be doing this and setting themselves apart and really stepping into being flexible and innovative, you're gonna definitely suffer. Now, my last talking point on how I feel you need to, what little tweaks you can make to really shift into client retention is take a look at your offers. Take a look at what people need today. I've had to do this repeatedly. And again, you have to put your ego aside. You have to sit down and really look at your business and say, what do people really need right now? What kind of changes do I need to make to my offerings in my business, to the services, to the packages I'm offering in my business that will make people visit a little more? These are just some ideas of some of the things that I've coached some of my salon owners locally to do. I'm not saying that you have to do them, but it's food for thought. Think out of the box. A few of the salons that I worked with, one of the options that worked for them was going gratuity free, and they just did the math and incorporated what the gratuity would be in flat free pricing, which made it a simpler, again, more conducive journey for the client. Some of my clients just installed membership programs in their businesses. Now, memberships work amazing because at a time where people might feel strapped for cash, it keeps them in your ecosystem. And it's like, okay, well, I could still go get my hair done, or I could still go to the spa. It's, more affordable, but it's really not about you losing money. It's about you making sure that you're giving a high value product to a client to keep them in your ecosystem. And if you guys need any help with any of these things, just reach out to me, book a consult with me, mariafontana.com, and I will support you through this. Another idea some clients did was they actually just reworded their menu where one of my clients that owns a spa, a service that actually was included, but it was charged a la carte. She just combined it into one service and said, I forgot what it was. It was a facial, but she didn't a la carte it. She added everything and said, A, B, and C is included with the service and your skincare. Even though it was the same price point, it changed the perspective of how the client looked at the offer, and it exploded her business because they felt like they were getting more value. And she added a few little, amenities to it, maybe more like a 2-minute hot towel service massage or a complimentary essential oil, breath work, whatever. You can become so creative, and without actually spending more, you can expand your business into retaining. So today, I want you to really take a hard look. What are you doing to retain your clients? Because it's so much more expensive to get new clients. And really, why wouldn't we keep the beautiful clients that already have paid us? They trust us, they love us, they've been in our ecosystem. So really sit down today and take a few minutes, and I want you to think about all those clients and how you can re-engage them, reactivate them, re-invite them back, but leave your ego at the door. I had another client, Val. She actually wound up injecting $10,000 into her business just by reactivating, meaning re-inviting back clients to her salon that they had lost in the past 2 years. And when she reached out, either people were like, well, no one ever got back to me, or you just weren't available, or I kind of felt like it took too long. When these issues were addressed, people were happy to come back because they really loved that person. They loved Val. They wanted to come to her business. So I hope today was inspirational and helpful. I want you to go back and rewatch this, take notes. If you need any kind of support, you reach out to me, either DM me, drop me a yes, and I will reach out to you underneath this live stream, or just book a call, mariafontana.com. In the next few weeks, guys, I have something super exciting coming. The Salon Business School is going to be launching, and it's going to be the premier online education school for anyone that's a creative entrepreneur, salon professional, beauty business employee. You guys are going to love this. So stay tuned for what's coming in the next few weeks, coming into 2025. As always, I love every single one of you. Thanks for watching and have an awesome day. You and only you can change the trajectory of your life. So get going. Stop wasting time. Talk to you soon, guys.